This week,
Logman,
Discman,
And the robot war begins.
this is the front page. Welcome to the front page of the show that brings you the top content from the social news website reddit.com. I'm Tyler Slayton.
I'm Neil Figuracion, and our guest tonight is Jamie Campbell. Jamie, you have an album that you just released.
Yeah, absolutely. It's called Tell Me You're Proud of Me. Released it on Mint 400 Records, and actually had a really good debut. It debuted at #1 on the Amazon comedy charts. You can actually find that at tinyurl.com/proudofjamie.
Fantastic.
Badass.
Well, welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Real quick, unfortunately, we have company, but we have to do a little housekeeping.
You're our company.
Oh,
Yes, yeah. So a kerfuffle, we'll say, happened on Reddit this week.
Not a brouhaha?
Not a well, there was some brouhaha for sure. So Reddit's director of communications, Victoria Taylor, she was extremely popular on Reddit. She handled the Reddit AMAs.
Ask me anything.
The Ask Me Anythings, which are extremely popular on the website. Like Obama did one, I think it was last year.
Yeah.
Brings a bunch of people in. She was let go for circumstances that aren't clear.
Having too sexy of a name.
That could be. But so what happened was she gets let go. Word gets out on Reddit. And the Ask Me Anything subreddit went private. And that's sort of how the story, like, they were like, why did this happen? And essentially that's it. That's pretty much taking it down off the internet. And the word got out, and a bunch of other subreddits in solidarity, their moderators took them, like, set them to private. So everything was going down. So, like, by Friday morning, there was nothing. Like, Reddit was a barren wasteland. Like, we had to do this show on Friday. We would have had no show.
Would have been the show of us vamping for half an hour.
Right. But I mean, basically, it sucks that this happened. It especially sucks if it didn't have to happen. But I think cooler heads are currently prevailing, and things are kind of calming down. There's unfortunately, not a lot of concrete information about what happened or what's going to happen in the future. But people got a little pitchforky.
The internet is known for its rational discussions.
Right. The only way to find out is to do an AMA with the people at Reddit.
Well, there's a problem with that. This is kind of a paradoxical thing that's happening. The lady who ran that is gone, so I don't know what we're going to do. Apparently AMAs are still happening, though.
Right.
But I don't know. It was a very weird situation. But this too shall pass, I think, is the lesson here. That things are kind of calming down, and we can get back to normal and run our dumb little internet show on the backs of Reddit.
Nice.
The more things change.
I didn't know you wanted backup on that.
I
sir.
don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't. You can let that hang.
All right, fair enough. Speaking of hanging, I was hanging out on 4th of July up in Madison.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought this was a much darker segue. I thought
I
there was going to be a dead person.
also had a noose that I imagined around my
Oh my
neck.
gosh.
Speaking of hanging, you're off the show, and it's really interesting how.
Ask me anything.
But yeah, how was your guys' 4th?
It's a good time. I got real drunk and watched the most American movie in the history of the United States, Top Gun.
All right.
Cool.
I would say, I think Rocky IV is the most American movie.
Okay, well, I mean, the Cold War era, I guess. Yeah, Rocky IV might top that. I think I enjoy Rocky IV more, but I feel more patriotic watching Top Gun.
Which one has the better soundtrack?
Oh, Rocky IV.
All right.
I mean, you got Kenny Loggins, you got Danger Zone, and you do have Take My Breath Away. They're both really good soundtracks.
No Easy Way Out.
Yeah, No Easy Way Out is one of my favorites. That is John Cafferty. No, John Cafferty does Hearts on Fire.
Yes.
That's also Rocky IV.
If only we had some sort of
The Burning Heart by
interconnected
Survivor.
web.
I wonder where information could be found.
James Brown's coming.
I guess we'll...
Or Living in America.
Yes. James Brown's in the movie,
Ha!
too.
Yeah, that Apollo Creed intro, amazing.
All right.
Well,
how about
I
you?
finished
Yeah, how was
Arkham
your-
Asylum.
What?
The video game.
Shut up! Really?
I finished the first game.
Isn't it so good?
It's fun.
Oh, it's
very-
the best. I mean, other
it's
than
very
the
cool.
other Batman games, it's the best superhero game ever made. So now, you have
It's the first video game I finished in the last 5 years.
that definitely tells you something.
Yeah. Well,
Are
I
you
haven't
familiar
had
with
it.
the Arkham games?
I am, and I played Arkham Asylum. Wait, was that the first one?
That was
the very first one.
Yeah, I played that, loved it.
Right.
But it was on my roommate's PlayStation, and then I moved out and never got to finish.
Yeah.
Because I'm too cheap to own my own system.
All right, fair enough.
I get that.
Well, you should steal one from someone and keep playing that game.
Sure, I'm thinking about theft.
All right, yeah, that's in that's the first page of the strategy guide.
Yep.
Is steal someone. All right. Well,
Don't
speaking
steal,
of,
guys.
let them do whatever they want.
Don't steal.
Speaking of 4th of July,
Our moral compass.
what is your guy? I noticed neither of you mentioned fireworks.
Oh, I watched some through some trees.
Yeah.
Was
What?
grilling out with some friends and
Right.
went on their balcony where the grill was. And I saw fireworks through trees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't go out anywhere to watch them. Because to me, they're not as much fun unless I'm the one blowing them up.
Fireworks are boring. Like
I think a certain level of fireworks is very cool.
Yeah, but you have to go to an established place, and there's mosquitoes, and you gotta lay on the ground, and
I watched the screensaver. It was pretty sweet.
I don't associate fireworks with laying on the ground, so maybe we just go to different places. But
what, you don't put the blanket down on the whatever park you go to.
for me, it was like driving by Disneyland at 10:30 any night. They're blowing off $1 million worth of fireworks,
All right,
and it's a badass show you can see from the freeway,
all right.
while you're driving
Real,
by.
real relatable right now.
That's how I feel about it.
Well, anyway, this brings me to our first story of the day. This was submitted by, SD70 ACE Any Day?
I was a foreigner.
Yes. Submitted to the subreddit our videos. Fireworks malfunction. 45-minute display accidentally set off in 35 seconds. ... Or greatest display of all time.
I think greatest display of all time, and I don't even have to see it to know that.
This is insane.
This is the best fireworks show ever.
I'm done. I'll go now.
Yeah, I guess so.
At the end, you could hear a lady going, "Best fireworks display ever." Because you see that's incredible, and then you look at your watch and you go, "Oh crap, we can get home before 11. This is amazing."
Well, that was the equivalent of me on a third date. It's gone in 35 seconds.
Let's be honest. You never planned to last 45 minutes.
No,
It
but
was-
I insinuate that I might,
right,
just so that I can get that first 35
We're
seconds.
talking about eating dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
right.
I want to make sure.
All right. So next story. This is. I'm trying to get the fireworks tradition replaced with a tradition that I do every year, and that is watch the movie Jaws on 4th of July.
That is a good summer movie.
Because
Yeah.
it's also it takes place on 4th of July. There aren't too many 4th of July movies. It's like that and Independence Day. And honestly, which
Yep.
one are you going to watch?
Well, there's Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
said there's porn on the 4th of July.
There is also
Like, there's-
porn.
right.
There's porn every day.
Every day.
But
Born on the 4th of July. Yeah, do you want to watch a movie where Tom Cruise goes to war and gets his penis blown off? I mean, I do, but
it's a
That's-
choice.
All right. Well,
We all have options.
You have your traditions. I have mine. Oh, I'm sorry. I lost this page. I think it's this one. Yep. So this was submitted to subreddit Picks by PD McMahon, and it just says, "I can't think of a better way to watch Jaws."
That is
that's great.
optimal.
This is a bunch of people in what looks like a natural body of water. Now that I'm just looking at it, I don't think this is at any sort of water park or anything. Just sitting in inner tubes watching Jaws.
Yeah, that's definitely a blow up screen.
Right. This was a makeshift event, and By the way, spoilers for Jaws, I guess if you've never seen it, because that's kind of the screen grab right now is kind of a spoiler, but this is ideal, man. I'm so jealous. This is one of my favorite movies ever, and this is the way to experience it.
And you know how there's always that guy at a party? You know there's that guy that brings a snorkel, sneaks down under it just the right time, reaches right up on that inner tube. And then there's a turd in the water.
Immediately, I guarantee you, this water is mostly pee at this point, because there's probably children in there, and they're scared to death. It's like, why does this screening smell like asparagus? That's why.
Yes.
But I'm insanely jealous. I wish I had more information on where this is and how I can show up next year. All right. Next story. Submitted to, I love this subreddit name. It just says, no, yes. It's the name of the subreddit. Submitted by Coke Tastes Good 39. Early contender for username of the show.
Yeah.
And it's called Forgetting the Emergency Brake on a Vintage Mustang. We found the video for you.
Oh no. This poor Mustang.
I believe there's no sound. So this is at some sort of garage.
All screen.
He's getting out to buy his drugs. Oh no. Oh,
Right?
Oh man.
An amazing save. Oh
Good
yeah, here's the
catch.
almost hits another car in the parking lot.
Wow. That guy clearly watched the Dukes of Hazzard growing up.
And it's kind of you want to give him like Employee of the Month, but on the other hand, he screw
totally
up
screwed
enough
that
too.
up.
I saw something just like this happen when I was in the Army National Guard.
Okay.
I was in the transportation corps, and so you were out there on like the motor pool. And I remember there was this sergeant that was he was a jerk. And he was one of those guys who was just always mad about something, but also a giant idiot. Okay. And so you'd always see him mess something up. And I remember him getting out of a Humvee to yell at somebody. And just as he does, he's parked on an incline, and it just goes backwards. And watching him freak out and rush to jump into that Humvee was one of the most satisfying moments of my life.
See, the only way that's better is if he doesn't notice, and he's still yelling at the guy.
Oh, yeah, as it just slams into a 5-ton truck.
And the poor guy's like, okay.
I guess I'm the same rank as you now.
But yeah, good job. Good job by this guy.
And he shuts that door right before it hits
the
door to the garage.
That would have ripped, I don't know what kind of Mustang that is, but it looks expensive.
Yeah.
Like that would have been taken out of many of that man's
It's
paychecks.
pricier than my bus pass.
All of our bus passes.
Right?
All right. This is some cool positive news. Submitted to subreddit World News by Grizz91. Saudi prince to give away $32 billion. That is billion with a B.
This guy's very excited because he just got an email, is what it sounds like.
You guys, I'm telling you, we just have to give him our social security numbers.
That's it.
And we'll be billionaires.
That's got 3 commas. Wait, 32? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 3 comma. He's in the 3 comma club. So Saudi Arabian billionaire Prince, I want to get his name right. Alwaleed bin Talal.
Sure.
All right.
Tell us in the comments, guys.
Yeah. He said that he will donate his $32 billion personal fortune to charity.
Why?
Well, he is the 60-year-old nephew of King Salam, and he's the number 34 on the Forbes list of the world's richest people.
And he's just like, I can make it again.
Probably. Well, we'll get into where this money comes from. His quote was, "Philanthropy and personal responsibility, which I embarked upon more than 3 decades ago, and is an intrinsic part of Islamic faith." So this guy, he has stakes in Disney, 21st Century Fox, News Corp, Apple, GM, Twitter, and owns a bunch of luxury hotels, including the Plaza in New York.
So he's going to keep owning these things.
Sure.
So the money's still coming in. Oh, he didn't just like, I'm giving it all away. I got a job at Jimmy John's.
Right, yeah. He's not going out into the woods and just be like, I'll just hang out here for a while.
Sure.
I guess he was inspired by the Gates Foundation, the Bill Gates, which gives a whole bunch of money to charity. But it will go towards help build bridges to foster cultural understanding, develop countries, empower women, enable youth, provide vital disaster relief, and create a more tolerant and accepting world.
It's a real all-encompassing charity.
Right. Now,
it's like the Walmart of charities.
Small suggestion. All those that I just listed, wonderful causes. Another great cause is internet shows that read things off of Reddit.
Matter of fact, just $1 million out of that. All the rest just send there.
We don't even need $1 million.
Right?
Like, I'll take what we can get.
It was $20.
If he just went out of his way to write a check.
$20.
And like in the memo, just write, love the show, guys. Yep. Thumbs up. I don't have a YouTube account.
Thanks for the plug.
Right? He really needs us, obviously.
Yep.
But I thought that was awesome.
That's great.
To give away 32 billion, an inconceivable amount of money.
Well, because you see so many people that are hugely rich giving away what is such a minuscule amount to them. But this guy's like, no, all I got. Yeah. There you go.
It's fine. I
got more coming in.
I mean, most of those people are giving stuff to charity so that they can write it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's like, I want to lose everything and make the world benefit.
I'm going to give you more than several nations' gross domestic product.
It does in case you were feeling sorry for this guy, he's going to be fine because he also owns a 371 room, almost 500,000 square foot palace in Riyadh.
One bathroom.
It gets real. It's like, it's the 57th door on your left.
Right. Yeah.
A Boeing 747, an A380, which I assume is another plane.
You might have to rent out some of those rooms.
And an 85-meter yacht.
Yeah, like what if he just took in roommates?
Yeah.
That's how he's raising the money, is he just rents out. It's like, let's see, 32 billion divided by 371.
Dave, you're not doing the dishes, Dave.
Right. I put it on the dry erase board in the kitchen, in one of my many kitchens.
It's Wednesday, it is your day to do the dishes in the 13th kitchen.
So yeah, I support this person, and I think that's
great.
Pretty amazing. All right, we already did that. Oh, this next one it's actually a follow-up to a story we did 2 weeks ago. Do you remember we did a story about a guy that got $11,000 stolen from him by the police?
Yes.
Without committing a crime under civil forfeiture. It was a Forbes article submitted to the subreddit Politics by Oyster Striker. Another good one. Civil forfeiture now requires
That's not sexual.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Civil forfeiture now requires a criminal conviction in Montana and New Mexico.
Well, that's good because in so many states that is the law that over a certain amount of money, if you have it on you, police can just seize it.
No, not over.
Really, anything?
They could. It is. In case you're not aware, you didn't hear the story 2 weeks ago. If a cop realizes that you have any sort of money or property, he doesn't have to arrest you. He can just say,
I'm suspicious.
I believe this is being used in a crime. So any amount of cash you're carrying on you, you can just go, I'm assuming you're going to go buy drugs with that. I'm going to take it. And then the burden is up to you to prove where that money came from and what it's intended for.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it should be illegal, like, if they suspect you're going to go buy like, a McRib. Like, they could take that.
That, like, they just make better decisions.
Well, that's just a choice. Yeah, like, no, you're getting a salad.
Right.
On your way.
So what happened is in Montana and New Mexico, they've just New Mexico has outright abolished this. This is starting in July 1st.
Well, that's good, because police are supposed to be there to protect and serve, not just to go, I'm a little bit suspicious, let me take your stuff.
I mean, this is the history of policing before the American police, was just to have a bunch of tough guys standing around taking things from people who could
this is true.
Not defend themselves.
And at some point, what becomes the line between the police and mafioso-style thugs?
Sure.
And I think because we live now in an era where the internet is prevalent, people can speak out en masse.
Right.
And they were helpless to do that.
Sadly, I do not have an update for the guy from 2 weeks ago who lost $11,000. As far as I know, he's still trying to get his money back.
Yeah. Well, those were not one of the states that he
No, his was
Those
in
two were not his
Florida,
state,
I
yeah.
believe.
Oh, Florida, you're screwed.
Right, yeah. I mean, that should just be the tax for living in Florida.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're going to lose all your money. You're probably going to lose a limb while you're here anyway, so...
Yeah, this is for vacationing, not for living.
Right. And you weren't here 2 weeks ago, but that story, the government tried to offer him a deal. Just like, we'll give you half back.
Like, look, we just bought a boat, and
Right.
it's non-refundable.
Stuff's hard. It's hard in Florida right now for...
Government officials.
We got to go rig another election. Yep. Yeah, political. So yeah, that was... I didn't even go to that story. I got so caught up in... There
I
you
think
go.
I gotta look at that sweet mustache a little longer.
Yeah, right. All right. So we'll go to this next story, and I like this one has a great qualifier. This was submitted to the subreddit WTF by Hiro Nakamura. It's
Hiro Nakamura.
HYRO.
Wait, is this the guy from Heroes?
Could be.
I don't remember what his last name was.
I think it is
The character
Nakamura.
that was like, cheerleader, save the world.
No,
Yeah, that
I'm
show
thinking
that
of
was
a different
good for 6
show.
months and then lasted 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Was it
coming
good?
back. Good
Yeah.
luck.
I'm kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I hope.
It's like that. Season 5 was shit. I'll watch it. Yeah, whatever.
I couldn't get through season 2, but
I'd love to be like, oh, nostalgia's bullshit, and we should not acknowledge it. But sometimes nostalgia catches you.
sure.
All right, but the title of the post is "Most Bizarre Accident of the Month."
Oh,
I don't know how he's keeping track of the accidents, but this is the most bizarre one for this month.
一侧的挡板，走到第3块挡板时，一个圆柱形物体突然飞了过来，砸中了徐某的后脑勺。
Also, goes down the
事故发生后，从远处跑来一名男子，和徐某的朋友一起报了警，并将徐某送往医院救治。
That is
正在检查卡车一侧的挡板，走到第3块挡板时，一个圆柱形物体突然飞了过来，砸中了徐某的后脑勺。 事故发生后，从远处跑来一名男子，和徐某的朋友一起报了警，并将徐某送往医院。某检查挡板的同时，50年代的马某正在操作一辆叉车，叉车开动时压到了地上的一些木块，木块瞬间被压飞出去，不偏不倚砸到了徐某的头。
runs over this section of the road and launches it
外界
sideways,
是经过医
Almost
生
like
治
when a
疗，目前徐某
lawnmower
已经
runs
脱
over
离
a
了
rock
生命危
and
险。
just shoots it out.
which bizarre, yes, but also
Maybe that should be a hard hat area.
this is true, but
I'm no scientist.
1 in a million shot.
They don't
Any-
have OSHA over there.
The universe decided that was not his day.
I get, but like in every other dimension, this thing just whizzes by and he goes, "Whoa, that was crazy," or it doesn't hit or anything. Absolute 1 in a million shot.
And in some
man.
dimensions, he's getting superpowers.
Tell you what
This
superpower
is
he's
his-
getting that I'd like to have is
this is his
workman's
radio-
comp.
Right?
The log was radioactive, and now he's Logman from now on.
Exactly.
All right.
I am the branch of justice.
Now he is part tree.
This is Groot's origin story.
Yep. That's how we can, because now we can break into places, because then, like, the security guard shows up and he just turns into a tree.
I'm pretty sure from now on, after this accident, this guy can only say, "I am Groot."
Right? I have a feeling his superpower is he can no longer do math. Poor guy.
Able to eat entire meals through a single straw. Apparently, this guy's fine. We should say.
I hope so.
I've followed up with the story.
If I was him,
He's
first
not
thing
dead.
I'd do, get an agent and an Excedrin commercial.
That's the like multiple things flying at him, logs, cats, like. So, yeah, I mean, good for this guy. He
Well, if he
lived.
ever doesn't want to
Yeah.
sleep with his wife, the I've got a headache excuse definitely gonna
Yeah,
work.
still from 5 years ago.
Yep.
Oh man. All right.
He's never going to get through a party without having to bring that up.
Oh, well,
This one time?
Jamie hasn't heard the log story yet. Tell him the log story. All right. Oh, this one, Jesus. This one submitted by
One last time.
by Dr. Scrambles to the subreddit. Dr. Scrambles is good. There's some bad.
Makes
We started
great
off
eggs.
really bad with the usernames. This one pretty good. Also to submit it to the subreddit WTF. It's just called Just Testing the Waters.
Oh.
Guy's got a huge penis.
By the way, coincidentally, I think that's the #1 comment on the story.
Really? Is this two snakes?
2 snakes.
Are they pythons?
I think
They've got to be.
they're cobras.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, cobra's that big?
Yes.
This can't end well. And I'm terrified.
They're cute.
To be honest, a small cobra is kind of a
Oh,
problem.
he's getting mad. He's getting mad.
Oh, kisses.
Oh, you idiot.
Oh.
It was my woman.
But
I thought that was going to end way worse.
Right.
Unless it's not over.
that's pretty much the extent of it. But like,
Pervert.
oh, adorable.
Oh, that's funny.
It's one of those things, like, we feature a lot of videos on the show that's just like, if something bad happened there, I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Right? Yeah, I mean, he's making a choice to get in the water with 2 enormous snakes.
Enormous, poisonous. Like, you got nothing better to do with your day.
You think they've been devenomized?
You know, that doesn't take the weirdness out of it.
Also, this guy is also that dude that still wears his shirt in the pool.
He's self-conscious about the snakes.
Right?
Like, they're so skinny, they might judge me.
Right, I've got body image issues, guys.
This guy has got more than body image
Oh,
issues.
yeah.
He's got a romantic relationship with 1, possibly 2 snakes. So,
This was a
It
Craigslist
is
casual
a
encounter.
snake love triangle.
don't try this at home, for sure. Don't try this anywhere.
Yeah, a hotel. No.
I mean, if you have
No.
snakes, then try it, I guess. But
No, you don't need to take a bath with your snakes. I feel like... All right, what is the weirdest pet person?
Ooh.
Because I think I've figured it out. Even weirder than snakes.
Even weirder than snakes.
Ferrets.
Yeah, ferrets. Well,
ferrets are cool.
No. Ferrets are fine. Ferret people are weird. I've never met once someone says they own a ferret, you just go, that makes sense. Yeah, you seem like the kind of person that would own a ferret.
cool. You were single? Or your significant other very weird?
Right, yeah.
Cool.
All right.
You go to Ren fairs?
Whoa. Too close to home.
My bad. You've got chainmail.
Puns. Okay. All right. This is another someone who also clearly has too much time on their hands, but amazing results. Submitted to the subreddit GIFs by Cuzzy Wuzzy.
Cause it was.
Yep. This is just called CD Gun. Are you guys familiar with compact discs?
Yeah. My grandfather used to listen to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on a phonogram, I believe.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big Kenny G fan.
So we'll just play it. It's too good.
Rolling.
This is the equivalent of when I was a kid. You used to be able to buy these little bitty plastic guns,
yeah.
and they would shoot out mini discs.
Yes.
They were like a compact disc, but the size of your thumbnail.
Right.
But this is like if Tim the Toolman Taylor got a hold of one of those and gave it more power.
I'm seeing like Iron Man suits. Everyone has superpowers
Right.
today.
I think the conclusion is we all want one.
Yeah.
It's not the most portable thing in the world. We need to be modified.
And like, how precisely could you shoot with that thing?
I think it's more, the amount of ammo you can put out. Like, you load that thing with a stack of AOL CDs, and you could probably, take down an airplane.
And there's a warehouse full of them somewhere.
Sure. Like, who...
They didn't get buried in the desert somewhere?
They might have right next to the E.T. Atari cartridge.
Yeah, but, there's plenty of them out there. I still have a bunch of CDs. What was your first CD? Do you remember?
The Offspring
music?
Smash.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Does not hold up.
Probably was The Cure or The Smiths.
All right, you win. You're the coolest.
You were a sad teen, were you?
I'm a sad adult.
Well, mine, sir, was the Bare Naked Ladies stunt. So,
Oh.
yeah.
All right.
How long has it been since you listened to that? 1 week?
Moving on. All right. I think
there's got to be a CD throwing superhero now.
I think we're gonna go to our last story.
Yeah.
As well as Logman.
I want to see this guy versus Logman, because Logman is made of a tree, and these CDs just try to chip away at him.
That would be an epic battle. Wait, did you hear about the
like the
U.S. versus Japan giant robot competition?
What? Funny you should mention.
What?
Our last story of the week, submitted to the subreddit videos by Helljumper303. Japan has responded to the giant robot duel challenge.
Did you know about this?
No, what is happening?
So if you're not aware, there's a company called Megabots, and it's described as an American giant piloted robot concern. That's like the company's, I don't know how you describe them.
Big exoskeletons for
people
to ride around.
What was that movie that they just had those in?
Well,
where they battled in the seas?
Pacific Rim?
So this is like a Pacific Rim precursor?
Robot Jocks. Oh, wait.
I mean, the tradition of giant robots exists for way before Pacific Rim.
So there's this American company that they made a giant mech. Like, there's a mech that a person can go inside. And the first thing they did was like, hey, look at our giant mech. We challenge Japan.
Oh, man.
Because they also have, which I'm of two minds about it. One, part of me goes, this is going to be awesome. The other part of me goes, what are you doing? You're going to start a robot war with Japan? Does that seem like a smart idea?
And
well, we do have some cool robot technology going on.
Well, sure, but they do too, I guess.
I'm sure.
The robot company they challenged was called Karatas, and their comment on the American robot was, come on, guys, make it cooler. Just building something huge and sticking guns on it, it's super American.
That's the most American thing that you can do, is make something huge and put guns on it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a giant pancake. Put guns on it. That's American.
It's super American. Well, what I heard was that the Japanese would prefer to battle with actual weapons instead of paint guns.
Yeah, they want a melee fight.
Okay, and then that's when
with drivers
somebody goes rogue and the whole world changes.
Right. It's like in Looney Tunes where like someone would run up with a slingshot, and someone would come with a gun, and then someone would come in with a cannon. Like, and then
that's the way military escalation works.
Yeah, I've read science fiction books. I know how this ends, and it's not good.
10 years from now, when we're doing the same show around a campfire, and I have like a robotic arm, and you have a bionic eye, we're gonna be like, remember that was the day when our whole society collapsed. And
Jamie will be a log.
I will, but I'll have a robot wife.
Well, before that, why don't you let everyone know how they can get in contact with you?
Absolutely. You find me on Twitter at Jamie Campbell 79. You can also visit the website hardinamerica.com. It's where I do my podcast, Hard in America, as well as Bucket of Dumb, which is an improvised stand-up series, and a bunch of other just ridiculous, stupid stuff like that. So yeah, find me there.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, Jamie. Thanks for being here, Neil. I've been Tyler Slayton.
I'm Neil Figuracion.
Go for it.
And this is Jamie Campbell.
And we will see you next time on the front page.